After a highly successful bodybuilding career, Arnold Schwarzenegger would try to cross over into acting, but was told his accent was funny, his body too big, and his name too long. Everyone was telling him he did not have a shot of ever becoming an actor. But it would be those very attributes that won him the role of Conan the Barbarian. And since then, Arnold has played in over 40 films and is considered one of the biggest movie stars of the 80s and 90s. He is one of the greatest action stars of all time, and in my personal opinion, he is the GOAT. Here are the top 10 films of his career. This film was a commercial and critical failure upon release, partly in thanks to a little movie called Jurassic Park. But don't let that stop you from watching a film poking fun at itself and the very genre it belongs to. It's a fun film full of cheesy action and humor. If you are willing to buy into the film's premise and meta humor, you will greatly enjoy The Last Action Hero. A film that shockingly has gotten close to reality, it's scary. The action is intense, fun, and violent, but it's the science fiction story that carries the film, from being just a generic action flick. The villains are often creative and entertaining, but often short-lived. Arnold delivers the goods as always, offering great one-liners and, of course, action. The film that spawned countless clones throughout the 80s is still the best sword and sorcery film. Full of violent, intense action and a role Arnold was born to play, the film is entertaining from start to finish and has a few hilarious random moments that may have or not been scripted. John Matrix, played by Arnold, goes on a mission to rescue his kidnapped daughter. Commando is not to be taken seriously as it is full of over-the-top action that could rival a FPS video game. The one-liners never stop, and only Arnold could have delivered them so beautifully. If you allow yourself to sit back and forget about any realism, Commando is a highly entertaining action spectacle full of hilarious one-liners that you'll add to your repertoire. I don't think there are many people who have not heard or even repeated one of the many memorable quotes from this film.
It's not a tumor.
It's a hilarious fish out of water story that wears its heart on its sleeve. Its comedic timing and wonderful child actors help the film along, and when it calls for action, it is often exciting and intense. Arnold proves here that he is more than just an action star, but is fully capable when it comes to comedy. James Cameron and Arnold team up once again at the top of their game to bring a perfect blend of high-intensity action and comedic timing. Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold have incredible chemistry, which allows for an incredible climax. The film's antagonists are a product of the time, but it's hard not to be thrilled and on the edge of your seat as secrets come closer to being revealed and every action scene outdoes the one before. True Lies is a surefire hell of a good time. James Cameron and Arnold had a vision and executed it to perfection, delivering a suspenseful, thrilling sci-fi action film. Still early in his career, Cameron uses Arnold's strengths, and in return, Arnold gives a chilling and convincing portrayal of a machine on a mission to kill its target at whatever the cost. There is a reason Arnold and James Cameron became household names after this entertaining film. If there was ever a movie that is pure testosterone, this is it. A group of elite muscular soldiers bring their own heat to the jungle to fight an alien on the hunt for the toughest prey. Lucky for us, we have Arnold on our side. Here he has his work cut out for him, but it does not stop him from delivering memorable and highly quotable one-liners that will have you sticking around when the action is low. When the guns do light up the screen, the action is exciting and thrilling. Predator is a rock and roll testosterone action extravaganza. The pairing of Paul Verhoeven, the director of Starship Troopers, and actor Arnold Schwarzenegger is a match made in heaven, as they bring an ultra-violent action masterpiece that is backed by a compelling science fiction story that will have you questioning what is real or imaginative. Arnold continues to shine as he makes the action believable and the character come to life. Terminator 2 is one of the greatest sequels of all time and changed action cinema, as it is a masterclass in editing, suspense, and white-knuckle intensity. Arnold is effective as the Machine, and the chemistry between him and Furlong is essential in humanizing the story, creating an emotional final and heartfelt action story. T2 is not just Arnold's best film, but one of the greatest action movies of all time.